In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as we do each and every day, as well as Mad Money's Jim Cramer endorses Ether as a great store of value amid the US dollar concerns. We'll also be discussing the spot Ethereum ETF approval may be better for Bitcoin according to the Giga Chad. Mikey Saylor. We'll also be discussing crypto advocate Samson warns, beware of politicians, pro-crypto U-turn. We're also going to be discussing stronger and more sustainable uptrend now in play for the King Crypto BTC. According to an analyst, I'll be sharing his outlook along with his $100,000 Bitcoin price prediction. In breaking news, Donald Trump declares the United States must not settle for second place in the crypto industry. He gave a very prolific Bitcoin speech, quoting him here, "I will keep Elizabeth Warren and her goons away from Bitcoin, and I'll never allow the creation of a CBDC." God bless him. He also says he is going to pardon Ross Ulbricht on day one of becoming president, and a lot more goodness I'll be sharing with you in today's show. And in fact, Max Keiser shared with Trump in the game. Bitcoin's rebellious DIY mid-70s like cypherpunk era is truly done and dusted. Nation state, hedge funds, and sovereign wealth funds game theory kicks in. Bitcoin price heading to $1 million per coin. Remember, Bitcoin has no top because fiat has no bottom. Preach. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. If you're new to the stream, very important, smash the like, repost this, and smash the subscribe button to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, 7 days a week, including Sundays, just like this. Church is in session. I'll be preaching the holy gospel of Satoshi, as I do each and every day. Today is pod episode number 1651. I'm your host, JV, and it's May 26, 2024. Bitcoin still on the cusp of 69,000, so we have been holding strong, which is a beautiful thing. Let's kick it off with our market watch, as we do each and every day. In fact, on Coin360, we're back above 69,100. ETH has been pumping, currently trading just under 3,900, up 3% on the day, while Solana, XRP, Cardano, and AVAX all correcting and in the red. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, the current crypto market cap sits at $2.57 trillion with 56 billion in volume. For the past 24 hours, Bitcoin dominance back on the decline at 52.8% as the Ether dominance back on the climb at 18%, which is to be expected now that the Ethereum ETF got the official green light from the SEC. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past 24 hours, we got Jasmy up 16%, ENS up 13%, and Ondo up 8%. Below that, Lido Dow, the infamous Pepe, and Aave. Now, which particular altcoins, fam, are you guys most bullish on for this particular run? Holla at your boy. Let me know in that live chat. And checking out the crypto bubbles to get a visual perspective on the daily. Safe to say 80 to 90% of the market correcting and in the red, only a handful actually in the green. And zooming out on the monthly for a more broader perspective, I'd say 65% in the green, 35% in the red. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index, we're currently rated as 75 greed. Yesterday, 76 extreme greed. Last week, a 72. And last month, a 70 in greed. So there you have it, my crypto la familia. Where do you feel the Bitcoin price action is likely to take us by the end of the month for the end of the May monthly close? Holla at your boy. Anyways, fam, let's kick it with our Bitcoin technical analysis, aka astrology for the broskies, and shout out to all the broskies and the no coiner brokies, as Tate would say. Bitcoin stayed near the key price levels into the May 26 weekly close, as we can see here on the 1 hour chart, with trading focused at 69 G's, baby. And speaking of 69 G's,
60 G's, baby!
You already know. Data from TradingView showed strong performance by Bitcoin, which briefly passed 69.5 before the consolidation. Weekend upside, with some key market observers predicted, nonetheless remained capped by familiar resistance zones. Quoting analyst Dan Crypto Trades, as prices ranging around 69,000, there's some liquidity building up on both sides. He also said, most notably, we have 68.3 and 69.8. Good levels to watch in the short term going into the new week Amen. Now, this chart also showed liquidity concentrations for the Bitcoin perpetual swaps on the largest global exchange, Binance, as you can see here on your screen. And across the Bitcoin order books, liquidity was increasing around the spot price, leading to lower volatility, but upping the odds of a liquidity raid later. Now, Keith Allen shared, Bitcoin lost 69,000 again. It's our strongest and most important resistance level on the chart. I'd like to see a weekly close above 69 Gs to gain some confidence in a measured move to 73,000. Let me know, chat. Do you think we'll close above $69,000 today or potentially above 70,000 for the weekly close, which is in a few hours? Holla, let me know. He also acknowledged the United States markets would be closed this Monday. That's right. It's Memorial Day holiday. I forgot all about that. So happy Memorial Day weekend, family. And on the topic of resistance, popular trader Rec Capital cast the spotlight on ground above 71,000. That's right. The Bitcoin price action after the April block subsidy halving confirmed the market exited the danger zone, which tends to accompany such events. But you know, as they say, my middle name is Danger, broskies. Despite this, the bulls are not out the woods yet. Quoting them here, since the Bitcoin post-halving danger zone, Bitcoin broke out to 71.5. However, 71.5 is where the range high resistance of the macro reaccumulation range is, and this is where Bitcoin rejected from. He also shared alongside the chart, the consolidation continues and history suggests it'll continue for several more weeks between 60 Gs, baby, and $70,000. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the analysts. Anyways, fam, here's the latest with Mr. Mad Money Jim Cramer endorsing Ether as a great store of value. Very interesting, coming from Cramer. Cramer, the host of CNBC's Mad Money show, shared his insights on Ethereum and the ETFs on Friday. The former hedge fund manager co-founded TheStreet.com, a financial news and literacy site, commenting on the U.S. SEC approving 8-spot Ether ETFs the previous day. Here's what the man said. I have Ether because it's a great store of value in a world where I think that the U.S. dollar is going to have a hard time because we have such bad federal budget deficits. Now, I find that alarming because clearly, yeah, can you use ETH as a store of value? I guess so, but it has a infinite supply. If you go to CoinMarketCap right now and you look at what's the maximum supply of Ethereum there could ever be, you're going to see the infinity symbol. So treating Ethereum as a store of value, in my opinion, is like treating fiat as a store of value. And we already know those that treat fiat as a store of value, what do we call them, folks, family?
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
Let me know if that's true. I know for our live audience, it's probably not true. Most of you guys purchase Bitcoin to hodl. That's the name of the game, not to sell it at a later date. Correct me if I'm wrong.
People that use fiat currency.
Tell them, Michael, what do we call folks that use fiat as a store of value? No diddy.
As a store of value, we call them poor. We call them poor.
Bada boom, bada bing. Well said. While clarifying that ETH is not a stock, Cramer stressed, I think it's worth owning. Now, Cramer was once a Bitcoin supporter, but we obviously recognize the fact he is an enemy of Bitcoin. Right, crypto fam? After initially recommending a 5% portfolio allocation to Bitcoin back in 2021, he divested his holdings due to ransomware concerns and because of China's crypto mining crackdown. What a loser. Cramer later disclosed an investment in Ether, but raised alarms about Binance, FTX, and Tether. And by December of 2022, he strongly advised investors to exit the crypto market, citing anticipated SEC actions against non-compliant crypto firms. Nonetheless, he said in January of this year that Bitcoin cannot be killed. This thing, you can't kill it. And the late Charlie Munger, who was so brilliant on so many things, was so blind to this, Cramer emphasized. It is a technological marvel, and people have to start recognizing that it's here to stay. Well, as they say, even a broken clock is right at least 2 times per day. So he nailed it with that statement about Bitcoin. But yeah, you already know, family.
People that use fiat.
Hodl strong. Tell them.
Fiat currency. We call them poor. We call them poor.
Let's discuss the latest from the Giga Chad. Spot Ethereum ETF approval may be better for Bitcoin, according to Saylor. That's right. The MicroStrategy founder changed his tone on the spot Ether ETFs. Initially, he said there was no way they were going to get the approval. Do you guys remember that? He argued that the recent nod from the U.S. regulator is only good news for Bitcoin as well. Quoting him here. Is this good for Bitcoin or not? Yes, I think it is good for Bitcoin. In fact, I think it may be better for Bitcoin because I think that we are politically much more powerful, supported by the entire crypto industry. Saylor shared on the Peter McCormick pod on What the Bitcoin Did podcast. They serve as another line of defense for Bitcoin, he said. Following the news that the US SEC approved the 8 spot Ether ETFs to be listed on their respective exchanges, May 23rd, Saylor reiterated that this will accelerate institutional adoption, bring on the institutional FOMO. As previously, wary investors will now recognize crypto as a legitimate asset class. Furthermore, Saylor explained they will allocate capital across the various crypto assets, but Bitcoin will still receive the majority of the capital allocated as the leader of cryptos. Quoting him again, I think mainstream investors will say, oh, there is a crypto asset class now. Maybe we'll allocate 5 or 10% to the crypto asset class, but Bitcoin will be 60 or 70% of it, he claimed. Let me know if you agree. Saylor acknowledged his opinion has changed on the spot Ether ETFs, given he previously was under the impression there was a slim chance of SEC approval. Quoting him here, 2 weeks before, the world looked like Bitcoin was going to be the only asset securitized and offered as a spot ETF by the Wall Street establishment, and it was going to spread as the one legitimate crypto asset. Then Saylor predicted on May 3rd that the SEC would classify ETH as a security, followed by BNB, Solana, XRP, and Cardano being viewed the same way. None of these tokens will even be wrapped by a spot ETF. None of them will be accepted by Wall Street. None of them will be accepted by mainstream institutional investors as crypto assets. Saylor's change in tone on the pod did not go unnoticed by the crypto community. Quoting them here, changing his tune a bit, Bitcoin commercial litigator Joe Clarisair posted the following. Is the next step Saylor buying ETH? That's a serious 180. Now I'll tell you straight up, I am highly doubtful that the Giga Chad, Mike Saylor, will ever purchase the Ethereum ETF. Warning, warning. Headline reads, crypto advocate Samson now warns, beware of the politicians' pro-crypto U-turn. That's right. One of Mao's primary concerns is the failure of many politicians to distinguish between Bitcoin and other crypto. He emphasizes that Bitcoin, with its decentralized, permissionless, and censorship-resistant nature, stands apart from many of the other digital currency projects that have different characteristics and risks profiles. Quoting him here from X, I am not bullish on politicians becoming pro-crypto. It may feel nice given the prior hostile anti-crypto stances, but long-term is bad for Bitcoin. Without a strong Bitcoin ethos, the shift only paves the way for the next FTX, Luna, Genesis, and once again, we will pay for it. And this was off the back of Senator Cynthia Lummis's tweet. She wrote, it has been one of the most meaningful weeks ever for crypto in Washington. I joined my friend Laura Shin to discuss the eventful week and why I am more optimistic than ever about the future of crypto in America. Now, in essence, he's implying that lumping them all together under the umbrella of crypto can lead to misinformed policy decisions and regulatory frameworks that fail to address the specific nature of Bitcoin. He makes a good point there. Mao stresses the importance of developing Bitcoin-specific regulations and recognize its unique properties and potential benefits. He argues that treating Bitcoin like other cryptos could stifle innovation and hinder the growth of the transformative technology. Let me know if you agree. Now, Bitcoin is just not another cryptocurrency, he emphasized. It is a new monetary system with the potential to revolutionize the way we think about money and finance. We need regulations that are tailored to Bitcoin's unique characteristics to ensure its responsible and sustainable growth. And despite his concerns, he also acknowledges positive developments in the Bitcoin space, such as the increasing support from some policymakers and the growing adoption of Bitcoin by institutional investors. However, he still cautions that challenges lie ahead, particularly in terms of regulatory clarity as well as consumer protection. And according to some of the analysts, we need to strike a balance between fostering innovation and protecting consumers. The regulatory landscape is still evolving, and it is crucial policymakers take a thoughtful and informed approach to ensure the long-term success of Bitcoin and the broader ecosystem. Samson's analysis highlights the complexities and challenges associated with the increase in political interest in cryptocurrencies. And by emphasizing the need for distinction between Bitcoin and other cryptos, Mao aims to promote informed policy decisions and regulations that support the responsible growth and adoption of this transformative tech. So there you have it. Crypto fam. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Samson Mao on that. Anyways, fam, next story of the day. We shared the warning. Let's discuss this 100,000 target by an analyst. Then we'll discuss into the breaking news of Trump being pro-Bitcoin and saying he's going to protect our right to self-custody. He's going to pardon Ross Ulbricht. He's going to protect Bitcoin from goons such as Senator Warren and Biden and all that fun stuff. And then we'll tap into some live Q&A. Welcome everyone just joining the stream. Pump the likes, pump the stream, repost this, spread the word, and let's go. Yeah, the headline reads, stronger and more sustainable uptrend now in play for biddies, says crypto analyst. Here's the outlook. That's right. Widely followed crypto strategist thinks the King Crypto is in a position to ignite a breakout rally on the way to a fresh all-time high over the next few days. Can you see price discovery in the next few days? Maybe before the end of May this week? Let me know. In a new video update, we have crypto analyst Credible Crypto, who shared the Bitcoin may just have started a 5-wave rally, which can send Bitcoin to 100 G's, baby. That's right. That 6-figure milestone. Can you say 100K fiesta in Puerto Rico? Bring it. Credible relies on the Elliott wave theory, which states that a bullish asset often witnesses a 5-wave surge, where wave 1, 3, and 5 are upside moves, and waves 2 and 4 are corrective periods. And according to the analyst, Bitcoin's recent move from 60 G's, baby, to above 70,000 may have been the first wave of the rally, with the correction down to 66 serving as a wave 2 correction. Quoting the analyst, now that we can confirm that the first leg is done, what we are seeing now is the wave 2 correction. What follows? The wave 2 correction. And regardless of how deep it goes, it is a much larger wave 3, 4, and a 5. In our first wave up, we went from 60 to 70,000. That's a 10,000 move. That's a God candle, family. And the third wave is typically larger than that, and the fifth is equivalent. Now, he also says, bottom line, though, is wherever this wave 2 ends, we can expect at least $20,000 a further upside from wherever this correction ends. If this correction ends at 66, we're looking at a minimum of 86,000 per Bitcoin for this next completed impulse to the upside. Send it. He also says alongside the chart, more likely that's going to push into the 90,000s, potentially the $100,000 level. Send it. Now, Credible also believes that the rally will be a much more sustainable and stronger uptrend for BTC. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the analyst, and can you see 100 G's coming or incoming sooner than later? Let's now dive into our featured story of the day, shall we? Donald Trump declares the United States must not settle for the second place in the crypto industry. He says he wants to protect the Americans' right to self-custody and protect Bitcoin from the goons of Senator Elizabeth Warren and Biden. So let's break all this down, as well as Max Keiser's feedback. He says Trump getting involved in Bitcoin is going to send Bitcoin to $1 million per coin. In fact, let's start with the Max Keiser tweet. He says, with Trump in the game, Bitcoin's rebellious, do-it-yourself mid-70s like cypherpunk era is truly done and dusted. Nation state, hedge funds, and sovereign wealth funds game theory kicks in. Bitcoin price heading to 1 million per coin. Remember, Bitcoin has no top because fiat has no volume or bottom, my bad, no bottom. And I also wanted to share you this tweet from Cameron Winklevoss. Approval of the Bitcoin ETS required the courts to intervene. Approval of the Ether ETS required the White House to intervene. Shows how dishonest and political the SEC government has become under Senator Warren's goon, Gary Gensler. Get him. Now, I tweeted in response, let's rid the Goonies from the SEC, starting with Gensler and Warren. Send them both to prison where they belong, in a cell next to Bankman-Fried. F around, find out. Y'all remember the Goonies movie back when I was a kid? Hey, you guys. Yeah, we need to rid the Goonies from the SEC. I agree with that. Let me know if you agree with that sentiment, family. But yeah, check this out, yo. The former president of the U.S., the Trumpster, pledged to grant Silk Road founder Ross Ulbricht with a presidential pardon if he's reelected in November's election. If you'd like to see Ross become free after serving 11 years in prison for creating Silk Road, put a free Ross, a hashtag free Ross in that live chat. Let me know. Quoting him here. If you vote for me on day one, I will commute the sentence of Ross Ulbricht, Trump said at the Libertarians Party National Convention yesterday, the 25th. He's already served 11 years. We are going to get him home, he said. And again, he is the creator of Silk Road, Ross Ulbricht, which is known as the first modern dark net market with a payment system built on Bitcoin. Silk Road started in 2011 and was run and operated by Ross from his personal laptop under the username Dread Pirate Roberts. And on October 1st, 2013, the U.S. FBI seized the laptop. Ulbricht was convicted in the U.S. federal court in 2015 for various charges relating to the operations of Silk Road. He was sentenced to 2 life terms. Good Lord, 2 life terms. Why does he have to serve a life term in the afterlife? It just makes no sense. Trump also addressed his pro-crypto stance after his changing his tune on digital assets earlier in the year, quoting Trump, "I will ensure that the future of crypto and the future of Bitcoin will be made in the USA, not driven overseas." And he also said that before promising to protect those who choose to hold their crypto assets outside centralized crypto exchanges, quoting him here, "I will support the right to self-custody to the nation's 50 million crypto holders. I say this with your vote. I will keep Elizabeth Warren and her goons away from your Bitcoin," he added, a vastly different tone to when he was calling Bitcoin a scam during his tenure as president. That's right. And now for some of the tweets I wrote, again, quoting him word for word. "I will keep Elizabeth Warren and her goons away from Bitcoin, and I'll never allow the creation of a central bank digital currency." That's Donald Trump, word for word in this video clip in which I transcribed and shared. And he also says, "I will support the right to self-custody to the nation's 50 million crypto holders," which tells me he just secured 50 million votes from the crypto community. But let's dive a little deeper. This headline reads, "Donald Trump declares U.S. must not settle for second place in this crypto industry." That's right. The United States must not settle for anything but the top place in the crypto industry, according to former President Trump. He says our country must be the leader in the field. There is no second place. Kind of reminds me of the infamous Michael Saylor quote, "There is no second best." Amen to that. Quoting Trump again, "I am very positive and open-minded to cryptocurrency companies and all things related to this new and burgeoning industry," he said before taking aim at the current president, Mr. Biden, whom he is up against in 2024 with the presidential race. He also said, "Crooked Joe Biden, on the other hand, the worst president in the history of our country, wants it to die a slow and painful death. That will never happen with me." So he's clearly telling you that crooked Joe Biden is one of the biggest enemies of Bitcoin. And if it was up to him, Bitcoin and crypto would die a slow and painful death. But if you vote Trump, that will never happen. Let me know your thoughts on that. Trump's recent positive attitude towards crypto has raised expectations amongst the crypto industry of his potential victory. According to a Polymarket, a New York-based crypto prediction platform, Trump now has a 56% chance of winning the election, while Joe Biden stands a 38% chance. My question for you guys, how does Biden even have a 38% chance? I haven't met a single human being on planet Earth who says, "I'm voting Sleepy Joe." So please enlighten me there. Do you know anyone voting for the guy? Curious. Let me know. This comes just after Trump announced his presidential campaign would accept crypto donations, which he did on May 21st. He said it had launched a fundraising page for eligible people to donate in crypto using Coinbase. The website featured logos for Bitcoin, Ether, Doge, SHIB, XRP, USDC, Solana, and ZRX. I would give some advice to Trump. Get rid of the USD coin. We shouldn't support that. USDC. Circle, the company behind them, is also anti-Bitcoin. Just FYI, if you don't know, now you know. We should be supporting pro-crypto stable coins. I mean, pro-Bitcoin specific stable coins such as Tether, USDT. Just saying, it's also the biggest and most trusted. Along with Trump making positive public announcements about crypto, he also reportedly met with crypto enthusiasts. That's what's up. He reported that people who purchased Trump's mugshot NFT had the opportunity to dine with Trump May 8th at his Mar-a-Lago residence. The dinner was part of the agreement with buying the digital trading cards, which feature his mugshot taken during the surrender of the Fulton County Jail in Georgia. What a gangster. But back to Max's prediction. Do you think Trump getting involved in the game and supporting crypto and Bitcoin and our right to self-custody and protecting us from crooks such as Biden and Senator Warren, who want to see the demise of Bitcoin and crypto? Do you think that will send Bitcoin to $1 million? And if so, by when? Let me know, fam, in the live chat. I'm going to read as many of your comments out loud as I can. Welcome to the Q&A segment of the live stream. We're streaming live right now on X. We're streaming live on Rumble. We're streaming live on the Tube. We're streaming live on Twitch. We're streaming live on Kick. Let's go. DJ says Trump 2024. Also, let me know, who will you be voting for this presidential election? If you have the opportunity to vote, let me know. Chandy, seriously on that, he is embarrassing the U.S. on a worldwide stage. I feel bad for aging, but he commands the military as a chief leader of the free world. Yes, because the shadow government loves weak men. And I'll dive deeper into why that is on the uncensored version of the pod on Rumble. Clearly, the weakest man that could ever be in power is controlled by his puppet masters. You already know. Free Dread Pirate Roberts. Aye, matey. Exactly what Darth Melda just said. I bet Trump won't pardon Sam Bankman fried chicken. Good. He doesn't belong to be pardoned. However, you know who would pardon him? Biden. Remember, Bankman-Fried was the second largest donor to the Democratic campaign. More than likely, he can get pardoned like that. So if Biden becomes president, good chance of Bankman-Fried getting out of prison. If Trump becomes president, good chance Ross Ulbricht gets pardoned and gets out of prison. And I would hope he would also pardon Julian Assange, but I think he had an opportunity before and didn't. But I think if we demand it, he's going to do what the people demand because he's a man of the people. So let's get all the heroes of humanity out of prison. They don't belong there. It's wrong. You know what I mean? Don't you know, trump it up? Don't you know, trump it up? You've got to trump it up. Amen to that.
Don't you know, pump it up.
You've got to trump it up. Don't you know, trump it up? We know all about it. Loved your show, JB. Tony Ver. Thank you, Mom. Wink, wink. My mom's my biggest fan. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Donald Trump. Muy bueno. Amen to that. Muy bueno. Got your vote, eh? Heck yeah, Trump 2024. I have to vote Trump. He's checking a lot of the boxes. I mean, what's the alternative at this point? What's the alternative? There really is no alternative. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts, family.